What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is TFD checking in with another update you don't want to miss. And yes, it looks like Caitlin Clark is back on the court, and we've got a full breakdown of what went down at practice over in Indy. Now, after a short break, about a day and a half, the Indiana Fever regrouped Sunday evening over at Salesforce Court. They had a much-needed rest after grinding through back-to-back games, and now it's full focus ahead. But before we get into drills and workouts, let's hit you with some quick news off the top. Caitlin Clark has officially been named the top vote-getter for the WNBA All-Star Game. Yep, you heard that right. Over 1.2 million votes, with Nafisa Collier coming in right behind her.
Hello? Hey, Kathy, good. How are you?
Caitlin, I just want to personally congratulate you on being named captain for the 20. All the best to the whole team tomorrow in the commit or Tuesday in the Commissioner Cup final.
Yeah, we better get that dub, Kathy.
That's a massive jump from what the league was pulling just a couple seasons ago, and it just proves how much Clark and this new wave of talent are blasting this league into the stratosphere. And remember, the WNBA All-Star Game is going to be right there in Indy at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, coming up Saturday, July 19th. Mark your calendars because it's going to be electric. Now before we get there, Fever's got business to handle. Big one coming up Tuesday night. It's the Commissioner's Cup showdown versus Minnesota. Stakes are high. That's right, $500,000 player pool on the line. That's real money, real pride, and a chance to set the tone. And just when you thought that was all, we got more. Caitlin Clark's first player-exclusive shoot drops Monday morning via Nike. It's a fresh take on the Kobe 5, one of her favorite silhouettes. Get ready to smash that sneakers app early, because those are going to fly in seconds. You've been warned. Back to practice. Clark was out there moving around. She's still on a limited plan per coach Stephanie White, but she was doing some shooting, non-contact drills, and looked very comfortable. Smiling, laughing, just doing what she does best, bringing good vibes and focus at the same time. Definitely felt like she's getting closer to 100%. Let's roll the footage of Coach Steph, Caitlin, and Kelsey Mitchell. They spoke on everything. The All-Star buzz, the Commissioner's Cup, and of course, Clark's recovery and readiness moving forward. All right, y'all, let's not waste any more time. Let's roll the footage and hear it straight from them.
I mean, anytime you get to be a part of the first, and I think, for me at various levels, first national championship at Purdue and the first WNBA team in Indiana and, the first WNBA championship for the Fever and now an opportunity for the first Commissioner's Cup. So I think anytime you get an opportunity to do something and be the first and be a part of the first, it's special.
Is that something you lean into with the talk of the team of we haven't won anything as a group, even last year, this has a little bit more meaning than your average game?
I mean, I think that they get that. It's not something that we've been top of mind for us. I think the money's been more top of mind for them than anything else, which whatever added incentive it is. I think another opportunity too, an added game to learn, to grow, and to be able to just get better.
Caitlin, obviously number one vote getter. I mean, have you begun to think though in general just what this will mean for the city as a whole?
I mean, it's gonna be nuts. You saw it with the NBA, right? You saw it with the NBA and the ability for fans to show up and show out. Certainly, Caitlin being able to be a captain, she's gonna put on her GM hat. We'll see how that works right there for her. But I think just what an outstanding opportunity for our city to show up, to show love to the players in the WNBA, and embrace what we love, and that's basketball.
Any advice for her with her GM hat on?
I am not a GM, so I don't have. She'll have to talk to Kelly and Amber about that.
There's some coaching parallels here. She gets to kind of pick who plays, or she gets to pick her roster. Or whatever.
She gets to pick her roster, so I'll stay in my lane and let her talk to the true GMs for that.
She doesn't figure out the NFL.
Not really. No, I just work that.
To what extent was Caitlin available today? Did she participate in everything, or is she still?
Yeah, no, she didn't participate in everything. Still working her way. A lot of non-contact shooting stuff. We're just trying to progress slowly, making sure that we don't have any setbacks. So mostly offensive, non-contact work.
Kaylee, we saw obviously the results for the All-Star Game. I know you're more about winning, but still that's got to be a little bit meaningful for you considering you're still so new to the league.
Yeah, obviously it's cool, and it's cool that fans get to be a part of it and having a little impact on the game. And then I think also it's going to be really special to be able to do it here in this city. And I think there's already been so much time and effort put in by so many people that aren't going to get credit for what they did to bring All-Star here. So, trying to make it the best All-Star the WNBA has ever had. I know we'll certainly do that, but also, it is certainly a cool honor for sure.
Have you seen your billboard that's going up on the JW?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it, yeah. It's pretty solid. Anytime you get on the JW in Indianapolis, that's a big deal. Good, thanks.
What do you feel like is a positive trait that you guys have?
A positive what? Sorry.
Trait that you guys
Trait? I think just adversity in itself. Nobody said this season was going to be perfect for us. There's always going to be ups and downs. And, I think as we get moving here and get to All-Star, then get through All-Star, these are the moments that we're going to look back on and hopefully be able to, give a lot of credit to for certain situations that we were put in, for, injuries or, coach it not being here for a couple games too. Everybody's been through a little bit of adversity here. So, I think just giving our group credit for being able to stick together and, know that whatever's in our locker room is really all we need to go out there and win. And I'm honestly just really proud of our group every single day, come back with the same energy, same attitude, and wanting to get better. So I think just, being in situations that have been, tough and responding really well every single time is what we can always fall back on.
How did you feel after going through to what extent you went through today?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm going to be day to day from here on out, and doing everything I can to put myself in a position to play the next game every single time. That's always my goal, is to be available for the next game, and doing everything I can with the medical staff to be able to get my body right to be able to do that. And but yeah, I feel good, and just going day by day.
How important do you feel like this game is Tuesday, given the fact that this team needs to experience big time wins together for the first time?
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for us. We're going to go in there, and they have a great crowd, great environment, a team that's very experienced with one another, have been in the finals, have been in big situations, won the Commissioner Cup last year. So I think it's a really great opportunity for us to go in there and see what we're made of, have a little pressure, but also just go out there and play our game. You don't have to play any different than we have been playing, and personnel will be really important, but we're certainly excited to go out there and try to play for something and get the win.
I figured to have a couple of familiar faces in the All-Star roster, some of your teammates.
Yeah.
Do you give any thought to that process? Do you expect some gift baskets from some of your teammates that join you there in the roster selection process?
I certainly, obviously, I'm going to try to get my teammates on my team. Why wouldn't I? That's obviously the goal. And once they come out with whoever has made it and whoever hasn't, I guess I get to pick and choose. I don't really know how it works. I guess I just found out 2 hours ago, but obviously my first goal will certainly be able to have my teammates on my team, so absolutely.
Kelsey, how refreshing is just kind of having the last day to maybe mentally reset and look ahead now to what is a big game for this franchise, being a championship?
It's a big deal. I think that you got to approach it the right way. You got to respect the fact that you're there. You got to do right by it. So preparing and doing everything you need to do leading up to this point is very important. And if you know Minnesota, you know how great they are on both ends of the floor. So everything is important up until it tips off that night.
Have you been feeling a little bit better, a little bit different, or did you kind of just read the room here and be like, hey, I got to elevate my game a little bit more over these last few weeks?
No, I'm me. I am who I am. Who I am just comes to, it's not always going to be pretty, it's not going to be perfect, but I always value to give my best and do my best. So lately it's just, a leap of faith, obviously, but you like to think that you prepare for moments and that when it do come and when rhythm happens, you utilize it for the right circumstances. So lately, I just try to be in it, be focused and be neutralized, make shots, hit shots, but also kind of just be where I'm supposed to be and honor and respect the game at the same breath.
We'll watch your money on the line on Tuesday night. Just what does this game mean for you guys as a team?
It's everything. Obviously, and when I say everything, as far as with our culture and everything that we established over the course of the season and in the preseason, it's a gut check to see where we are and what we need and how we need to be to make a playoff run. So, like I said, for us, it's about taking this opportunity and not just tricking it off and just kind of be prepared for the moment. But I definitely think it's a gut check for us to see where we are.
At the end of the day, This is about more than just a game. For the Fever, the Commissioner's Cup is a gut check, a chance to see where they stand, how far they've come, and what still needs to be done to become contenders. Whether it's Caitlin Clark stepping into the spotlight as an all-star captain, working her way back from injury, or Kelsey Mitchell's grounded mindset and quiet leadership, this team is learning how to grow through adversity and rise in the moment. They're not just chasing wins, they're building culture, fighting for respect, and trying to earn their first big collective moment together. Tuesday night against Minnesota won't just be a game, it'll be a statement. And for a team that's been through so much already this season, they're ready to show exactly who they are. Let's see if they can take that next step. So get down in comment section, tell us what you're thinking about this. Don't forget, like and subscribe for daily updates.